everybody and welcome to a brand new video. I'm the Wayfaring Pilgrim and this is my Christmas update. So for those of you who haven't seen this style of video from me before, the footage that I've set up is just there for background footage. It's just there to fill a hole while I talk, so you don't have to pay attention to it if you don't want to. Let's just get into the update. So the first order of business then is to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hopefully you're spending it with family or friends and are eating and drinking far too much. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what Christmas is really about? It's about food, family and alcohol, in no particular order. For me, it's going to be a pretty quiet one this year. Spending it with my mum and dad, which is nice. But how are you guys spending it? Are you seeing family, friends? Any special rituals put in place for Christmas Day? Please let me know in the comments. If it's a creepy ritual though, leaving me a private message on Twitter or something is probably more appropriate. Right, so there's a few things I want to talk about in this video. And the first of which is my consistency, as always. I just want to explain to you guys why I've been missing in action at times this year and why I haven't been as consistent as I would like. I also want to talk about my progression through the playthroughs and how my next batch of videos come along to keep you guys in the loop. And there's also the matter of BlueSky for those of you who don't know about it. So let's start off with my consistency. Why have I been missing in action at times this year? Why hasn't my consistency been anywhere near what I want it to be? Why have I not been very active on social media or in people's streams or watching people's videos? There are reasons behind this, but before I say anything, I just want to preface this by saying that this isn't a pity video, this isn't me looking for sympathy. It's not what this video is about. But 2023 has been a bit of a difficult year for me. 2023 definitely could have been better. Let's start from the beginning. So I knew from the get-go that my consistency was going to be a little bit patchy this year, because last Christmas I only had time to record and pre-edit my next sessions because I hadn't done anything before Christmas. And because I only had time to do that, I wasn't able to edit up stuff for you guys. I left it as late as I could before coming back. And I knew that my consistency wasn't going to be brilliant. I did feel that I was starting to get consistent, but then in February, after 3 years of avoiding it, I managed to catch COVID. And I'll say this right now, thank God for the vaccines. I'm in that extremely clinically vulnerable category. And I have age on my side, so I don't think I would have ended up in hospital had I not had the vaccine. But it would have been a lot more unpleasant, and I think my parents would have been in serious trouble because they caught it as well. By that point, I'd already had 6 jabs, and my attitude toward the vaccine is just get it in my arm. I still feel a little bit shortchanged because I still haven't obtained any superpowers, but hey, if I'm getting protection from COVID, I'll take it. So after recovering from that, towards the middle of the year, I was having problems with my new capture card, trying to get it to work. What was happening is my videos were flickering and it was pretty difficult to watch, and I couldn't work out why it was doing that. I did manage to sort it out in the end. It was just I was using the wrong encoder. I should have been using the one that was actually built into the software instead of something external to that. Then coming into July, I'd set aside some time at the end of August to go and look for a new car, because my old car was kind of knackered. And we found a good deal on a car that I really liked. It's a Fiat 500e, by the way. And they were looking to sell it before the end of July. So I ended up going out to test drive it. Went through all the stuff that you have to go through with car salesmen. And eventually managed to get a car. But I didn't use the time that I had set aside. So obviously that took time out of content creation. And then end of July, early August, things got pretty manic at work. Things got very stressful. And it actually got to the point where my mental health wasn't doing too good. And that can really demotivate you. I was coming home from work, very tired, falling asleep instantly, not really feeling very motivated to do any content creation. It took me a while to sort of get myself out of that hole as well. Things were put in place at work to help me with that as well. And yeah, that again added to the consistency problems that I was already having. And I just never really recovered from that. I know that I haven't done a video in more than a month before this one. As I've already said, this isn't a pity video, this isn't me looking for sympathy. I just feel that I have to be honest and open with you guys. Because, hell, you guys are worth it. I'm not always very good at saying what I mean. I don't always make the mouth movements required. And I think people who know me know that I'm a bit like that. But you guys who watch my videos and leave likes and comments, and even those of you who just watch my videos and get on with the rest of your day, thank you. You guys are amazing. I know this is a small channel. I know it hasn't grown the way that other channels have. But in some ways, I kind of like having this small community. I'd like it to be a bit bigger, sure, but I'd rather have 81 subscribers who watch my videos rather than 81,000 subscribers who don't. So for everybody who is supporting this channel, thank you. You guys are amazing. Please keep that support coming. I really appreciate it. So, since these next two things go hand in hand, let's talk about my progression through the playthroughs and how the next batch of videos is coming along. We'll start off with the Dark Souls playthrough. So I have recorded and pre-edited the final session of the main game, with the exception of Gwen. 5 videos are ready and waiting to be edited up for you guys, and then the next session we'll be getting into the DLC, which I've only heard good things about. I'm really looking forward to it, but more death is a certainty. As for the Dragon Age playthrough, we are much closer to the end of the game than it looks. Yes, I know I've said that before, but we are. I have recorded and pre-edited the last session before heading into Orzammar. Once again, 5 videos are ready and waiting to be edited up. And then Orzammar will be in the next session. And as for the Skyrim playthrough, I've recorded the next session and pre-edited it. 4 videos are ready and waiting to be edited. And as for progression, the less said about it, the better. I mean, the amount of stuff that I've got done in that game in comparison to the scale is not a lot. It's quite something how little I've actually got done in that game. BlueSky. Let's talk about this new social media platform, shall we? You may have seen it mentioned on Twitter. Look, because a certain CEO has talked about bringing some very exciting changes to Twitter. I know he calls it X now, but I'm still going to refer to it as Twitter. I feel that I need another piece of social media to fall back on in case things get even worse on there. It's already got pretty bad, and I can see it getting worse. I know that I have voiced these concerns before, and yes, I know that shortly after I created my Discord server, I deleted it. But that's because I wasn't using it. I feel that I'll be using BlueSky more because it's easier to access from my phone and I don't have to log on to the computer to actually use it. I had to do that with Discord. So it's worth considering. And for those of you who are a bit worried about it, don't worry. It was created by the same person who created Twitter. It works in pretty much the same way. The people, honestly, are a lot nicer on there. The way that traffic gets directed to you is done in a much better way. It's more tailored to what you want. And although it is missing a few of the bells and whistles, like being able to put GIFs on there and being able to do polls, it is still a work in progress. They're still working on adding things to it. And it's not as lively as Twitter yet, but I could see it getting that way. The one thing is, though, the way that BlueSky works is that when you create your account, you then have to wait for a code so you can activate your account. But there is another way of getting a code. I've used BlueSky for a little while and I have some code to give out. So if you want to give BlueSky a go, maybe consider contacting me via private message on Twitter and just say to me, "Yo, Pilgrim, have you got any more codes?" And I'll send you one if I still have them. It will be done on a first come first serve basis, and I think I only have like 6 of them. But it's worth considering. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave your likes, your comments, your shares, all that good stuff. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel or subscribe if you're new. And if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter, where you'll be able to keep up with everything that happens on the channel, as well as get involved in a bit of banter. I am still using Twitter, but BlueSky should also be considered. I'll be back for my New Year's update, where I will talk about a few other things that I have planned. But until then, guys, goodbye. Thanks for watching.